Y'all probably say, where exactly are you going with this? I see you really trying to take it there. Old school flows chew you out, ain't fair. Jordan pants don't...
Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy, another Zod back at you outside. But anyways, I wanted to get into something real quick, you know what I mean, as far as like this whole Nipsey Hussle thing. But I also wanted to clarify something for a few fools. But anyways, before I even get into that, I'm going to send my shots out to everybody that's into the edibles. You might be with the smoke, need more medicinal healing. You know what I mean? They got I-10, everything on IG. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link to that. And I also got the homie from Coachella, but for some reason I haven't been able to hit his link. Also, shouts out to the ones that came up with the song A's Up, the homies out of Anaheim, Hectik, JD, aka Big Neech, Sinek, directed by Snoopz Visualz. I don't have the IG to Snoopz Visualz, but you know, if you want that, just go ahead and hit him up. And Big Niko, 167 out of Anaheim, you know, he be getting his spit on, but yeah. Besides that, I had put out something, well, not even put out something, it was like the video with Cam Capone, and you know, there's a gang of haters on there, and one in particular, I know he's not even from he's from the East Coast, but he talks as if he knows everything that goes down in the city. And we had something that I needed to clarify as far as like a hot one. When I said a hot one, initially the case was going to be for murder, because dude wasn't supposed to make it out of the ICU. Like, he was literally considered like he was dead, you know what I mean? But for some miraculous reason, he seemed to survive that, you know, that shooting. And they had to take me to preliminary twice. I had went once and they found out that he didn't die, so they had to take away the murder packet and you know, take me back in order to make it a premeditated attempted murder. So that's just to clarify that. And it's common knowledge, as far as like, not even common knowledge, but you can go search my paperwork as far as like the gang injunction that they had. It wasn't no gang, it's just a one-man injunction out of North Hills. And that's an actual fact. I don't care, you go to Devonshire Division, you go to Van Nuys Division, and find the paperwork. It's just right there for public. Even if you want to get the transcripts to my case, you can find out exactly everything, who snitched on me, how many times the dude got shot. And that's not to glorify anything, that's just for the haters that seem to just keep riding my verga on some weird shit. And most of you already know where you're from. So with that being said, go check out that Cam Capone interview. I actually posted it. So anyways, I wanted to get back into this Nipsey Hussle thing. You know, a lot of people on here, and they're talking about conspiracy. Some are, you know, really going in on it. I think like most channels that I see is some type of conspiracy. And honestly, I kind of believe, you know, that it is somewhat of a conspiracy, just due to the fact that he had a lot of things going and he was moving in a certain direction. And he was talking about things that, you know, for the most part, people would like to keep quiet. It's no matter if they're, you know, public knowledge. It's like some things, like, you know, they don't want out in the open. And I'm not here to speak, excuse me, I got allergies bad. As far as like Illuminati killing him and all that, like, people always throw it to the Illuminati. People always throw it to the U.S. government. You forget, most of these people like Big Pharma, a lot of the people that own these companies, they ain't even originally from this country. It's like you had that one dude from Greece, and then you got other dudes. That's the thing that people fail to realize. A lot of people don't even own the United States. Like, most of the property is bought by outside interests. You got people in Russia, trillionaires, owning multiple stakes in New York. You got other people that, Texas is probably maybe one of the only ones that really, you know, a lot of Americans stake in that. But like, and Texas is always on the verge of letting the U.S. go, because I think they were one of the last ones to come to the table anyway. Little history, you know what I mean? But I think the whole thing with Nipsey Hussle is maybe he just got a little bit too close to something, and, you know, people don't want that. Like I said, people blame it on the U.S. government and this and that, but just to be honest, like I said, a lot of the companies that own shit in the United States ain't even from the United States. You got outside interests that are really protecting their dollar. Just like when it's like I said, when they killed those one people that they had the cure for cancer, they simultaneously killed all of them. There's other books, like, and it's not to get into aliens or nothing, you know what I mean? But they had something where supposedly, you know, certain things were found, and anybody that had anything to do with that book, it's like, what was it by, I forgot who actually wrote the book, the Doomsday Conspiracy, I think it was, and literally every scientist that worked on that, not worked on that book, but that particular project, and supposedly had anything to do with aliens, they killed every last one of them. They all died suspiciously. People show up to their house and they end up come up missing, or people having weird heart attacks. Like everybody that worked on that died. You know what I mean? So you know, it's one of those things. You got to kind of think of it outside of the box. And right now, I know a lot of people are like taking the high road. I see it. You know, some people say, oh, they're not black, so they really ain't gonna speak on it. But you can kind of get an idea of what they're speaking on. So like, I'm not gonna take the hiatus, I'm not gonna take the high road and not speak about things that's going down, because it is news, you know what I mean? And my channel is basically shooting it from the hip on what I think and my thoughts on exactly what's going on, whether I constantly repeat myself or what. It's what I think. And obviously there's still people that's following my channel, and I definitely respect that, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think there's a lot more at play, you know what I mean? You had that goofball that came on IG talking about he killed Nipsey Hussle, and that's just like, that's some idiotic, oh, I'm gonna get caught anyway. Like, at the end of the day, it's just, you know, 6 shots, he got shot 5 times, once in the head. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna say execution. I'm just gonna say that it's crazy how things go. But I mean, they've been knocking down icons left and right, and not to say he was on that level, but he was on that level. He was basically, you know, the Jay-Z of this side. You know, even if, you know, you had Kanye, but Kanye's a clown. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I think it has something to do with what he was into. You know what I mean? Hood things are hood things, and that's mostly what I want to talk about. You know, try to deter people from wanting to go out there and participate in things that really have no real reason to be done. You know what I mean? Like, I've been hearing it all, you know, on the internet, and people like, yeah, we gonna do this, we gonna do that, just flagrant, like, you know what I mean? Just out on the internet, just talking about, you know, blowing fools' heads off, and, you know, pushing on the other side and all that. And at the end of the day, it's just people frustrated on something that happened. We all have it. Somebody dying, it's like you need to take it out on somebody. And I'm here to say, like, it ain't worth it. All you gonna do is give them justification to blow you the fuck away. You know what I mean? It's kind of like this one dude. I forgot exactly who he is. You know what I mean? But a lot of people had him on the channel, and he was talking about basically what he thought, and the fact that this was all like a plan set up. And like I said, I'm not gonna get on here and talk about conspiracies, but just the timing of it is kind of funny, and the fact that they constantly knocking down people that have any type of voice. And you can say like Jay-Z and them, you know what I mean? Why haven't they got people like that? But they're smart. Look who they deal with. Look at the people that they deal with, and the type of stuff that they don't say. You know what I mean? Let somebody start challenging the status quo of certain things, anything can happen. But that's just a prime example of what I be telling fools all the time. Anybody can get touched. It don't matter who you are. You can have security around you 24/7. Ain't no guarantee you gonna make it out of that. You know what I mean? And it's kind of sad that Nipsey had to take that, but some things are better left you know, covered up and not uncovered. You know what I mean? Some things you just should never speak about it. You know, hopefully you know, something good comes out of this, as far as like his family in a position to where they can still win. You know, whatever deals he had, you know, transfers to his family so they can continue to eat. Because at the end of the day, dude was a breadwinner. Not I won't say the primary breadwinner, but you know, he was doing stuff for his family and the community. Hopefully people honor that and continue to pick up what he was doing and run with it. You know what I mean? As far as like what he was doing for the community. Hopefully people pick up on that and take the initiative to really get out there, you know what I mean? But yeah, but for the people that say they're taking the high road on this, they don't want to speak on Nipsey. It's like, at the end of the day, death is not to be mourned, it's to be celebrated. You know what I mean? It's like, there's nothing morbid about celebrating a death of somebody that was, you know, basically prolific. A lot of stuff that he did, a lot of moves that he was making, a lot of things to put his neighborhood and put people of color in a position to where they can win. It's not about white, black, Hispanic. This is about somebody that got killed that was really out there doing things that was not only beneficial to everybody, but he was just making moves, and people need to respect that position. And hopefully people will be deterred from going on the street and acting wild, because at the end of the day, excuse me, nose is all bad. People refrain from going out there acting wild, because at the end of the day, this is just a justification to blow you the fuck away. And you remember last time when people said they were going to riot, what happened? They told them straight out, the National Guard will be out this time. Won't be no tearing up the city. And to be honest, tearing up the city only hurts yourself, because half of those businesses are owned by people in your community, depending on where you go. Now, you ain't going to Beverly Hills because they're not going to allow you up there. You try to go up there and do anything, you're going to end up on the endangered species list. So, you know, just be smart on what you do. You know what I mean? So, you know, like do say, you know, the homie Ad Baby said, you know, he's not a blood or a Crip, he's not black. I'm black, you know what I mean? No matter what I'm mixed with. At the end of the day, I still was out there on the streets, and I'm still out there on them streets. So it's like, you know, hopefully everybody sees this as something that was unfortunate, but they can push past it and really do something for his legacy and not get out there and want to kill each other. And on that note, I'm your boy Zod, and, you know, R.I.P. Nipsey. For anybody that follow me, gracias. We should be going live a little bit later on, but Boss Heavy should be going live in probably like the next couple hours, maybe even sooner. So catch us on that. On that, you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm your boy Neil the Zod, and I'm out.
Kneel before Zod!